How to get a free month of music and sound effects for your channels coming right up. Are you struggling to find music to use on your YouTube channel? This is a pretty common thing. Now, there are some options out there where channels will say like, oh, no copyright music. The problem that I've discovered in our Facebook group, which you can find at facebook.com/groups/smallYouTubersBoost, is that a lot of these no copyright music channels will end up submitting copyright claims, content ID matches actually, on your music after they say it's copyright free. And so it's a bit of a scam. Now, there are probably good ones out there, and there are scam ones. The problem is that it's hard to tell one from the other. You can't really find out until you've invested the time and used the music, and then you get the content ID match, and goodbye revenue, because you got a content ID match. So how do you get music that you can use if you're not a musician yourself? You can't, if you're not able to make your own music, I'm not. My Vacation Impossible has a guy that does music for me. He's fantastic. But most channels don't have the ability to make their own music. So where can you find music that you can use safe and legally? Well, Epidemic Sound is a fantastic option for that. Epidemic has a huge library of music and awesome sound effects, and they're used by some of the top creators on YouTube. So it's a well-respected brand, and it's well known within the community. And so one of the things that I find super useful is actually their sound effects. Everyone talks about their music, and that's awesome, but what I really like is the sound effects. I was making a video where I needed the sound of a door opening and closing, and when I recorded the video, it didn't pick up on the microphone at all. And so I went with my microphone and I tried to open the door and close the door and get a good sound clip, and none of it sounded like a door. It was weird. I went to my friend's house. We tried on all of his doors. We couldn't get a sound effect that worked. It was driving me a little crazy. You can probably tell. You see it in my face. It drove me nuts. Then I remembered Epidemic Sound also has sound effects, and I found the perfect sound for opening and closing a door, used it in the video, and suddenly it made so much more sense. If you've ever watched a video that's lacking any music or sound effects, it can feel a little off, and sometimes it's hard to put your finger on it. Also, for YouTube videos, if you're just a talking head talking throughout a video, delivering a lot of information or content, it can get a little dull, especially if maybe you're not that most dynamic a speaker. And so one thing that can really help keep the audience engaged is having some music playing in the background, not so loud that they can't hear you clearly, but enough that it keeps the sound dynamic and interesting to the ears. And so Epidemic Sound is great for that. And you can get Epidemic Sound for free if you basically meet two criteria. So let's talk about how are you eligible for a free month. It's really quite simple. One criteria, you have to have not had a free month already. They only do one free month per channel. That's the way that works. And also you just have to have a credit card. And so you can sign up and get a free month of their service, and you can cancel at the end of the month, or if you want to continue with a subscription, you can. It's very reasonably priced. Depending on the currency, where you are in the world, stuff like that, it's about $12 a month, depending on, whether it's, Canadian, American, or pesos or something else. But that's approximately what it is. So it's a very reasonable price. But how can you also make the most out of that free month? Let's say that you've never done it before and you got the credit card and you're fine. You want to try a free month. Here's my advice. For your free month, every video you upload, you own the rights to that video for life. So get ready to upload like 20 some odd videos, 30 videos in a month using the music and sound effects from Epidemic. In particular, one thing that I recommend, a lot of small YouTubers seem to struggle with having channel trailers. And so if you make a channel trailer that you upload during that free month, and you might want to use their music as the sound while you're showing a bunch of clips of your channel, maybe to go along with a voiceover, whatever that might be, it's a great opportunity. So I strongly recommend check out Epidemic. We've got an affiliate link down below. Get your free month and really take advantage of it. Get a bunch of videos out, make a new channel trailer, or make your first if you haven't already, and use Epidemic to provide the music and sound effects for that. So you can try it out for a month and see if you like it. The vast majority of people that I know that have tried it have continued on with a paid subscription because they found it invaluable. I'm actually pretty lucky. On my Vacation Impossible channel, there's a guy who actually makes our music for us, which is fantastic. But it's sort of a hobby for him, and so he he's got a day job and other things. And so we have a somewhat limited selection of music. So when you're watching Vacation Impossible, you probably start to hear the same music in several videos. With Epidemic, that's not an issue. It is a giant library of all sorts of music. You can find something to suit whatever tone or mood you're trying to establish in a scene. Could be some high energy to keep a talking head interesting, some sad music for maybe a dramatic scene or something you might have in a video. Whatever it is, they've got a giant selection of tracks, and you can even select whether or not the vocals are included. So if there's a track that you really like, but it's got some vocals that are distracting, or if it's got some vocals that don't fit the mood, or they're distracting or whatever, you can actually select just to get the instrumental version and use that. It also has plugins that tie directly into programs like Adobe Premiere Pro. So it's pretty amazing. I recommend checking it out and go for that free month. If you're doing a month of videos, maybe you're doing Vlogmas, something like that, that could be a great opportunity to use your free month to maximum advantage. Doesn't have to cost you anything. So that's a free tip for you right there. Check out Epidemic Sound. Thanks for watching. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and let me know, where have you been using music from, and has it been a good or bad experience for you? Have you tried Epidemic? What was your experience with them? Let me know in the comments. Would love to hear more. And also check out the other videos on this channel. I've got tons of free tips that'll help you grow your channel in so many different ways, and most of them cost absolutely nothing. I've got a trilogy of videos on search engine optimization that can take your channel to the next level and get a lot more views on your videos. So go check that out. We've got a video on motivation for YouTubers. If you're having trouble taking the next step in your YouTube journey, we might be able to help get you unstuck there. So don't forget to subscribe with notifications on. We have live streams that happen without practically any notice. I try to let people in our Facebook group know in advance, but generally if I can find the time to go live, I just go live, and I do free 30-minute channel reviews, but you got to join us early because it's first come, first serve. So have your notifications set to all, and maybe we'll see you in the next live stream, and maybe you can get a free 30-minute channel review. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.